Good day, I am Hagar Abad, and today I'm going to discuss about balance between market and intervention. Market-led policies. It minimizes role of government in economy and maximize free operation of supply and demand in market. Example of these are export-led growth, which is one strategy where a country seeks economic development by opening itself up to international trade. The next one is privatization. It describes the process by which a piece of property or business goes from being owned by the government to being privately owned. Another example of this is the regulations. Removal or reduction of laws or other demands of governmental control often takes the form of eliminating a regulations entirely or altering an existing regulation to reduce its impact. So we have here the strengths and weaknesses of market-oriented policies. The strength of market-oriented policies, it increased competition, increased efficiency in production, lower prices and improved quality, increased consumer choice, improve the allocation of resources, and allow for greater economic growth. Weaknesses of market-oriented policies. So itong babanggitin ko ay ilan lamang sa weaknesses ng market-oriented policies. So we have market failure, such as a negative environmental externalities and the problems of common access resources, failure to provide public goods, and abuse of monopoly power. We also have here coordination failures, arise when two or more activities that must begin simultaneously fail to do so, even though decision makers make economic decisions that are in their best self-interest. Interventionist strategies. It is active role by the government and manipulation of the workings of the markets. Example of this is import substitution. It is the idea that blocking imports of manufactured goods can help an economy by increasing the demand for domestically produced goods. Another example of this is exchange rate intervention. It is conducted by monetary authorities to influence foreign exchange rates by buying and selling currencies in the foreign exchange market. So we have here the strengths and weaknesses of interventionist policies. Strength of interventionist policies. So you have correcting market failures. Correct negative environmental externalities of production and consumptions and overuse of common access resources. Provide public good as well as merit goods that are under-provided by the market due to positive consumption externalities. The other strength of interventionist policies is investment in human capital. Education and health are major factors behind increases in productivity that contribute to economic growth, and they also directly lead to greater economic and human development. The weaknesses of interventionist policies is excessive bureaucracy, too many rules governing procedures, red tape, unproductive workers, high administrative costs, and inefficiency. The other one is poor planning. Planning may run into difficulties because it requires technical knowledge and expertise on the part of planner, which they may not possess, as well as their tremendous amount of detailed information, much of which is often not available. Market orientation is a business approach wherein the processes of product development and creation are focused on satisfying the needs of consumers, while the interventionist policies based on government intervention in markets intended to correct market deficiencies and create an environment in which markets can work more effectively. So that would be all. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Willard Hayag. I'm the second reporter of the Group 8.
What is Sustainable Development Goals? The Sustainable Development Goals, or Global Goals, are a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. Number 1. No poverty. No poverty means that everybody has enough money for their basic needs. So, what is the goal of the no poverty? Aims to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. Its objectives include ensuring that the entire population, and especially to the poorest and most vulnerable, have equal rights to economic resources, access to basic services, property and land control, natural resources, and new technologies. We can define poverty as the condition where the basic needs of a family like food, shelter, clothing, and education are not fulfilled. It can lead to other problems like poor literacy, unemployment, malnutrition. A poor person is not able to get education due to lack of money and therefore remains unemployed. An unemployed person is not able to buy enough and nutritious food for his family and their health decline. A weak person lacks that energy required for the job. A jobless person remains for only. Thus, we can say that poverty is the root cause of other problems. Number 2. Zero hunger. One hunger minus one hunger is equal to zero hunger. Zero hunger leads to end hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture, and is the priority of the World Food Program every day. WFP and its partner work to bring us closer to a zero hunger world. So, why is it so important to achieve the zero hunger? And undernourishment and hunger make people less productive and more likely to suffer disease. This prevents them from raising their income and improving their standard of living. The food and farming industries are vital in eliminating hunger and poverty. Number 3. Good health and well-being. What is good health and well-being? Well-being is a feeling of satisfaction with life, a state characterized by health, happiness, and prosperity. Good health concerns that care of the human body and everything that can be done to protect it from sickness and intoxication and able access to care. Why good health well-being is important? Simple. Good health is central to human happiness and well-being that contribute significantly to prosperity and wealth and even economic progress. As healthy population are more productive, save more, and live longer. Number 4. Quality education. Ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Why is quality education important? Quality education aims at developing a balanced set of capabilities of children they require to become economically productive, develop sustainable livelihoods, contribute to peaceful and democratic societies, and enhance individual well-being. Number 5. Gender equality. What is gender equality meaning? Gender equality is when people of all genders have equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities. Everyone is affected by gender inequality: women, men, trans, and gender. Diverse people, children, and families. It impacts people of all age and backgrounds. Number 6. Clean water and sanitation. What is meant by clean water and sanitation? Number 1 is the proportion of population using A. Safely managed sanitation services, and B. A hand washing facility with soap and water. This is measured as the share of the population using safely managed sanitation facilities and at least basic hand washing facilities. Why clean water and sanitation is important? Having a clean water and sanitation means being able to avoid exposure to countless diseases. Every year, millions of people die from disease caused by inadequate water supply, sanitation, and hygiene. Other than pneumonia, diarrhea is the main cause of death in children under age of 5. Also, we can promote a good hygiene habits through education. Proper hand washing with soap and water can reduce diarrhea caused by up to 35%. Implement rainwater harvesting system to collect and store rainwater for drinking or recharging underground aquifers. Build wells to extract groundwater from underground aquifers. Number 7. Affordable and clean energy is ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Clean energy provides a variety of environmental and economic benefits, including a reduction in air pollution. A diverse clean energy supply also reduces the dependence on imported fuels and the associated financial and environmental costs this occurs. Number 8. Decent work and economic growth. Decent work is very important. Increasing employment and ensuring decent work for all are essential aspects of sustainable development. Quality employment and decent work conditions help reduce inequalities and poverty and empower people, especially women, young people, and the most vulnerable such as people with disabilities. Number 9. Industry innovation and infrastructure. Innovation in upgrading infrastructure, such as in transport, energy, and water, can also support other industries to be more sustainable, with increasingly efficient use of resources and environmentally sound technologies and processes.
Good day, my name is Alinar M. Aswood Jr. and this is the continuation report of WELART. Reduce inequality. The most vulnerable nation, the least developed countries, and the landlocked developing countries and the small island developing states continues to make inroads into poverty reduction, sustainable cities and communities. For all of us to survive and prosper, we need new, intelligent urban planning that creates safe, affordable, and resilient cities with green and culturally inspiring living conditions. Responsible consumption and production. To ensure sustainable consumption and production practices necessarily entails to respect the biophysical boundaries of the planet and to reduce current global consumption rates in order to fit with the biophysical capacity to produce ecosystem services and benefits. Climate action. Through education, innovation, and adherence to our climate commitments, we can make the necessary changes to protect the planet. Life below water. Healthy ocean and seas essential to our existence. They cover 70% of our planet and we rely on them for food, energy, and water. Yet we have managed to do tremendous damage to these precious resources. Life on land. We are all part of the planet's ecosystem and we have caused severe damage to it through deforestation, loss of natural habitats, and land degradation. Peace, justice, and strong institution. Persecution, injustice, and abuse still runs rampant and is tearing at the very fabric of civilization. We must ensure that we have strong institutions, global standards of justice, and commitment to peace everywhere. Partnership with the goals. International investments and support is needed to ensure innovative technological development, fair trade, and market access, especially for developing countries.